Papa Squat, coming at ya. Hey everybody. Hey, we're up over 800 subscribers, 812, so that's pretty cool. Probably because I've listened to a couple of people recently like Misfit Soto and Harry Mack and SPM and Kendrick Lamar and Bone Thugs and Harmony, who have all been super, super popular. In fact, it's been really weird to see how many people have come and found one of the reviews by those, or reviews, the reactions by one of those people. And people seem to like it, so thank you very much for that. I try to be pretty honest. I also try to only give my opinion. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong or good or bad. I mean, other than in an artistic sense of what I feel. And it's really nice to see so many people out there who also really love this music and really just want to share their passion. Um, and that's all I'm doing. That's literally all I'm doing. I just wanted to get exposed to more of this music that, as I was growing up, just was not available to me generally, and I know there's so much of it that I have no clue about. But I am generally a huge music fan, and I really do, if you can't tell, since I've been doing this channel for well over a year now. 2 years? No, it's got to just be over a year. Um, Almost 2 years. Well, this fall. And yeah, I just like being able to hear new things and seeing how all of everything that's out there is being recombined and remixed into something new. And I think as we as a world culture continue to progress, we will just see more and more of that as pop culture becomes something that just gets remade and redone and added to and backstory added to and combined in new and different ways to create things like hip hop. Um, it'll be interesting to see when they do something like that with, say, a movie or a TV show where they take stuff that already exists and snip it together to create something completely new and different. Um, and I know radio stations have done that for years where they do like mock interviews with people and then they ask a silly question and get some ridiculous answer that's been pre-recorded from and not meant for that purpose. Anyway, I'm just talking about stuff. Today we're going to listen to a French group named Les Sages Poètes de la Rue, and I took French in college, quite a bit of it. That's a really difficult sentence to say. Les Sages Poètes de la Rue. And the song, and that means Wise Poets of the Street, which is actually a pretty awesome name. And it's from 1995, and the song title is Bon Baiser du Poste, which is what is good kisses from the post. So good kisses in the mail, something like that. The post for them is the mail. My cat is being a weirdo and wants to go outside. And I did actually find a web page with the lyrics on them, so I can get a little bit of a clue. He just walks right over the keyboard. And so I can understand a little bit about what the song is about. It's 5 minutes, 36 seconds. Here we go. 1995, I think I said that. So for 1995, this is actually quite interesting because I would have expected to hear a really strong beat already by now, because this was a time period, at least in the US, where it was very much about the beat and the rapping. This sounds a little more musical, and when I say that, what I really mean to say is it sounds like it's very definitely influenced by a lot of electronic music that would have been certainly very, very popular in Europe around this time. I'm thinking of groups like, who's Peanut, Chemical Brothers, that sort of thing. Massive Attack. I'm not sure actually where they're from. I think they're from the UK. That sort of thing, right? Like bands that were very heavily influenced by the 80s synth culture, but then took it and turned it into something completely different and dancey and energetic and cool and fun and experimental. And I'm a huge EDM fan and electronic music fan. So this doesn't really surprise me that they have a bit more music to this even before the rapping starts and before the beat starts.
Que puis-je faire à part me plaindre? Les keufs m'embarquent, Zorspec vont me rejoindre. Je porte une lame, la rue c'est dément. La nuit les mecs ont tous des armes, ne font jamais de sentiments. Merde, j'embarque un pack de pierre et vite fini saoulé. J'étais dingue quand les keufs sont venus nous contre.
I really like his voice. French has a lot of kind of back of the throat sort of sounds to it, and I don't say that to be insulting. It's just that's what it has. Like, you make a lot of noises back in your throat. And I'm not sure exactly how well I like that in rap music because it becomes so much more pronounced. I do really like the guy's voice, though, and I'm reading along with the lyrics here. Just so you know, it says, what can I do other than complain? The cops take me on board. Zox P will join me. That must be either somebody else or a name of some type. I wear a blade. The street is insane. At night, the N-word. All have weapons. Never have feelings. Should I take a pack of beers and quickly end up drunk? I was crazy when the cops came to check on us. Handcuffs slaps. The party is over. Thank you, Jesus. I had time to wear my beret. I get out of the station. There's no more metro. It's too much. The taxis slow down, then run away. It's not worth it. So, very much talking about living in the city, going out, being a young guy, getting drunk, getting in trouble, getting picked up by the cops, and getting out. And so let's just listen, because we're not going to be able to understand the whole thing. But I wanted to give you an idea of what it was he's rapping about.
Quand les gars sont venus nous contrôler, menottes là, la fête s'arrête. Merci Jésus, j'ai eu le temps de tête, je m'apparais. Je sors du poste, y'a plus de métro, c'est trop. Les taxis freinent, puis s'enfuient, que c'est pas la peine. Je trace ma route, style bulldozer, technique de pointe. Je montre à quoi le microphone sert. Face à face, tu perds tes moyens. Dan le doyen, rimeur Dieu.
Even here, this is not a very heavy beat, right? Like, the beat is not super in your face. So it's interesting to think about this in terms of it being from 1995, because it does sound really very different, even discounting the fact that it's in French. The track itself, all the music and the beat and everything sounds very different than what you would have heard in the US around this time, and it's kind of cool.
Tes moyens, Dan le doyen, rimeur Dieu, t'es qu'un païen. Je suis le Lord, le grand chambellan, le pape, le roi soleil du rap, la grosse frappe, le nirvana, le baise nana, freestyle fan à bord, bandana, camouflage pour l'anonymat. C'est galère, je ne fais pas semblant, donc j'arrive le mic et scandalise tes parents. Le prêt à faire fuck genre de nègre, t'exploses dans les grecs, vole ton cash, t'es dead. La galère c'est chaud, fais gaffe à toi. Protège ton dos, méfie-toi des badauds qui inventent les rues. La loi de la jungle tue, si t'es pas roi tu es perdu.
Oh, I really liked how he came in there, because there was almost like a... Like he was almost... I certainly heard something. I don't know if it was actually there, but I want to back up. Because I thought it was really cool when he came in, because he was just like, I'm going to start right now, and it sounded neat. I didn't imagine it. Like this guy's delivery a lot. So this is, I just noticed they have the verses labeled. So the first guy was, verse 1 was a guy named Danny Dan, who was the rapper, and this is Zoxea, Zoxea, and I really like his voice.
sourcils qu'au passe le taré. Donc bouge négro, non c'est pas la peine d'essayer de me tester. Je suis la mauvaise graine dans la plaine la plus détestée. Et j'en ai rien à foutre de toi. Pour moi tu n'existes même pas. Et outre le fait que tu sois bête, tu te la pètes, crois-moi. J'ai cette manie de prévenir avant de détruire. Mais une fois prévenu, tu peux faire l'objet d'une victime dans mon avenue. Nu tu partiras comme un martyra. Vois ton cul est pas avec ta femme si elle martyra. Je suis le café, chocolat, pas café. Si le saphir tourne, y'a des négros qui vont se faire baffer. J'affirme et jure que ma vie future sera fine et pure.
So if you can't tell, what he's rapping about basically is some of how his night's already been messed up by the cops, but how he doesn't give anything about you. He doesn't care. He's concerned about him, and he's number one, and he's the best. I don't give a fuck about you. For me, you don't even exist, and besides the fact that you're stupid, you're going crazy, and believe me, I have this habit of warning before destroying. But once warned, you can be the subject of a victim. In my avenue, naked you will leave like a martyr. I kick your ass and leave you, and leave with your wife if she attracts me. So, yeah, it's very much a like, don't mess with me, I'm gonna kick your booty.
Mais c'est pas si sûr que si elle dure, je ne porterai pas d'armure. Y'a plus de chrome, y'a plus de boîte, les nègres proclament chromé. Si tu casses ta tête, éclate, faut pas chômer. Écrase tout la balle du gars dans ta rate, va paumer, négro la visée.
Laisse-moi te parler d'un problème grave. J'ai été retenu car j'étais trop sage. J'ai raté le...
This is interesting voice too. This is Melofilo is the guy's name. M-E-L-O-P-H-E-L. Sorry, M-E-L-O-P-H-E-E-L-O. Melofilo. And it's interesting because he's now got a little bit higher voice, or at least a little bit breathier, a little bit looser. I kind of get the feeling it's not as, certainly not as powerful as the first two.
Métro, dernier métro, j'ai plus que mes pieds. Ne parlons pas de taxi, d'anneaux qui sont bien trop posés. Que reste-t-il à faire ce soir? Le couloir de la rue est bien trop noir. Marcher jusqu'au fin fond de la nuit. Tenter un stop pour retrouver la Tessie. Mes frères sont là, dégoûtés comme moi. Nous n'avons que nos gros yeux pour constater tout ça. Et c'est la haine qui nous frappe jusqu'au fond du corps. La haine qui nous fait toujours du tort. Et c'est comme ça. Rien n'a changé, le cadre est planté. Je marche dans le froid, recherchant mon identité. Les flics m'ont eu, parce qu'ils m'avaient vu. Je n'étais qu'un pur témoin, mais ils ne m'ont pas cru. Écoute une chose, mec, si tu te plantes, t'as pas de chance. Car le fin qui te bat cultive la tolérance, la galère. Je n'ai jamais pu l'éviter, que ce soit pour faire un disque ou composer. Voici le temps des révérences. Je tire un coup pour ceux qui me donnèrent une chance. À présent, je suis lâche, trop fort sur le tempo. Mes rimes se payent comme un ticket pour le métro.
La nuit, la galère, c'est chaud. Fais gaffe à toi, protège ton dos. Méfie-toi des badauds qui arpentent les rues. La loi de la jungle, si t'es par voie, tu es perdu.
So this is the chorus, which will repeat 4 times here, but it says, "The night the galley is hot, watch out for yourself, protect your back, beware of onlookers who roam the streets. The law of the jungle kills, if you are not king, you are lost."
La galère c'est chaud, fais gaffe à toi, protège ton dos. Méfie-toi des badauds qui arpentent les rues. La loi de la jungle, si t'es par voie, tu es perdu. La galère c'est chaud, fais gaffe à toi, protège ton dos. Méfie-toi des badauds qui arpentent les rues. La loi de la jungle.
So I think that's all 3 of them singing together, and their voices actually go together really well. There's not, like, nobody's really seriously off key or anything, and they blend really well together. Oh, you blend. Sorry, I'm quoting from my cousin Vinny.
Si t'es par voie, tu es perdu. La galère c'est chaud, fais gaffe à toi, protège ton dos. Méfie-toi des badauds qui arpentent les rues. La loi de la jungle, si t'es par voie, tu es perdu. Sage faux, yo. 29, cynique sage, toujours à la plage. Mon âge est l'âge du paysage. Yo, c'est la haine. Dédicace à tous les frères qui galèrent chez moi. Yo, s'étend en OR, en or encore, plus fort jusqu'à la mort, à la mort. Oui, je contrôle l'épaule comme un matador. Tous mes frères sont là, m'épaule, demande à Paul. Je suis celui qui maîtrise, qui a le monopole. Je m'appelle psychopathe, c'est moi le seul qui sont pas des femmes. Avec le dandy bandit, l'homme aux images.
So it's interesting right there. They had a couple of lyrics that the words cut out, and even the lyrics don't have those words, which is kind of interesting. I'll back up so we can hear it again, and just so you guys know what they're talking about. My name is Zoxia, and I have gold teeth, gold even stronger until death to death. So you probably heard mort to mort. Yes, I control the microphone like a matador. All my brothers are there. Support me. Ask Paul. I am the one who controls, who has the monopoly. I am, and then there's a hole, Zekopat, Xeakopat. I'm the only one, another space. Low the paws, Paws, with the dandy bandit, the man with the images.
À la mort, oui, je contrôle l'épaule comme un matador. Tous mes frères sont là, m'épaule, demande à Paul. Je suis celui qui maîtrise, qui a le monopole. Je m'appelle psychopathe, c'est moi le seul qui sont pas des femmes. Avec le dandy bandit, l'homme aux images. Oh, ouais, t'as osé le visage, mal légal, mon pute de boule.
So it definitely has very, very cool music. I like the music a lot. It sounds great. I kind of wish it was English so that it came through and I actually got the whole thing all at once, but I like the French pretty well. The first guy I thought had, like I said, a little too much of the sound going on. The middle guy, what did I say his name was? Zakopi? No, that's not it. Zoxia. Thought he was great. Really, really liked his voice, his style, his pronunciation of everything. I enjoyed his stuff a lot. I don't know who recommended this. It was a couple of weeks ago, but I liked it. And like I said, it's always interesting to hear people from not the U.S., especially in the 80s and 90s, who were doing rap and hip-hop, because the influences are so different, and so you get a very different type of music. And I think this really showed that off, because it was not like so much of the music we heard in the 90s, or that it's from the 90s from American artists. It doesn't really feel the same at all to me. Let me know if anybody knows of any really excellent stuff from outside the U.S. That you think would be good to listen to. There's obviously tons of stuff here in the States that we can pull from, because this is where such a huge part of the music industry is based. But yeah, I'd be curious to hear anything from anywhere, and just let me know in the comments. Pop Squad, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for sticking around if you did for this one. I know it's a little bit different. So, there you go. Have a good night. Bye-bye.